It's 9 a.m. in Kyoto, and we're gonna do a workout this morning. Ma said he would join me, but he's sleeping away because I think he needs to rest. So we're gonna go do this workout, and then we have a full day of walking, and we're gonna go see some temples. So this workout's gonna be like getting in a workout that's good enough to sustain. Obviously this is not what I do on a daily basis, but because we're limited equipment, this is what we're working with. So let's get into it.
It's so funny. I actually look back at this video and laugh for how plans change and ideas end up evolving. If I were to bring you back to this exact moment, I was feeling so empty in my time in Kyoto. It had been over a week that I've been in Japan, and the excitement at this point had officially subsided, and I didn't really create anything of value for myself since I got there. Generally, my daily routine consists of cooking, journaling, doing a workout, reading, or pretty much anything that falls within improving my physical, mental, or spiritual self. Now, what made everything so uncomfortable and leaving me feeling pretty empty was how self-removed I was from all my usual daily habits. And looking back at that moment, it was actually a blessing in disguise, because it was a way my subconscious was showing me that I had to upgrade the way I lived my life. It got me to ask myself some pretty hard questions. I would constantly tell myself that I wanted to travel, that I wanted to explore new sites and settings, and that moment showed me how was I gonna navigate all these foreign environments while not having the convenience of my everyday accessible routine. It got me to question and show myself who I was gonna be, how I was gonna react, what am I gonna do, and how am I gonna create some level of purpose while I'm in these new settings and locations after the excitement goes away. So what I found on that level of introspection was, in completely different environments, in situations where we cannot revert to our usual habits and allow ourselves to sit in that discomfort, something gravitates towards us. It could be an idea, or it could be something that we generally gravitate towards too. In my instance, it was a workout. Seeing that I haven't done a workout in just over a week, I was almost shaking and had to go to the gym. But what was different was the fact that I actually decided to film it. That's something that I haven't done in over 10 years of training. In that moment, rather than questioning it, I just allowed it to happen. I understood that the angles weren't going to be great, that the visuals were probably going to be horrible, that I was probably going to look awkward. But I just decided to go about it in a lighthearted, fun way and remove all the pressure that would have usually came with that if I would have done that in an environment that I was comfortable in. Now, this is the point that I'm actually trying to make about purpose. When I was in Japan, in that very moment, I needed to do that workout and film myself and go through the motions. But right now, months later, as I'm recording this very audio, I'm realizing that it looks completely different. My purpose is different today than it was in that moment. The meaning of this actual video has changed along with its intention. It wasn't about the vlog. It was about expressing and articulating an important message that I actually wanted to share with others. And it's that purpose isn't found. In fact, it gravitates towards us. It's almost created, but in a form of stepping stones, not an objective answer. We are always looking to find this objective answer to those hard, deep questions in our life. What is my purpose? What is the meaning of my life? Etc., etc. For myself, I just brought it down to a very simple, subjective answer. It's simply to create a life that's worth living. And that's what I'm currently doing. I'm working on it. And part of it is sharing my experiences with others, whoever wants to listen to it. The important part is that I'm doing something that makes me feel uncomfortable, giving back in form of my experiences, and it's something that I love. May it be working out, going for a hike, and documenting that and sharing whatever I felt in that moment later. For those who really conceptualize what I'm trying to articulate, a lot of what we put on ourselves is truly an illusion. And if we simplify the questions we ask ourselves, we could see that we could make something out of anything. It doesn't have to be such a concrete, objective, deep answer that has to be so complex. It could be very simple. And even with that, letting things play out, allowing things to be as a stepping stone, not a means to an end. We're always looking for the end of something as to feel complete. I'm saying this as someone who sat on this content and videos for months without any idea of what to say on it. So I hope that could be proof of what could come out of things. With that being said, I want to thank you for watching and listening all the way through. Leave a comment below if there's something that you want to add or share. I would love to read your comments. I'm going to leave you off with the ending to our hike of Mount Takao. This was truly one of the most beautiful hikes that I've ever been on. I'm so glad I documented it. Enjoy.
Mas, we made it to the top. How do you feel?
Ok, allora
Reborn because I died halfway up.
prendiamo quello che ci dice.